स्वागत है आपका शॉर्ट हैंडियंस गॉट इट चैनल पर। वीडियोस अगर पसंद आ जाएं तो लाइक, शेयर और सब्सक्राइब कर दीजिएगा। लेटेस्ट डिक्टेशन और जॉब नोटिफिकेशंस को पाने के लिए बेल आइकन प्रेस कर दीजिएगा ताकि आपको टाइम पे आपकी डिक्टेशंस मिल सकें। थैंक यू सो मच।
Ready? Start. This has been concluded in some of the research reports by various research organizations as such. The petitioners in their arguments have highlighted that the rights of the gay, bisexual and transgender community, who comprise 7-8% of the total Indian population, need to be recognized and protected, for sexual orientation is an integral and innate facet of every individual's identity. A person belonging to the said community does not become an alien to the concept of individual, and his individualism cannot be viewed with a stigma. The impact of sexual orientation of an individual's life is not limited to their intimate lives, but also impacts their family, professional, social and educational life. As per the petitioners, such individuals need protection more than the heterosexuals, so as to enable them to achieve their full potential and to live freely without fear, apprehension or injury, in such a manner that they are not discriminated against by the society openly or secretly, or by the state in multifarious ways, in matters such as employment, choice of partner, testamentary rights, insurability, medical treatment in hospitals, and other similar rights arising from live-in relationships, which, after the decision in Indira Sharma versus V.K. V. Sharma, is recognized even by the Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act 2005 for various kinds of live-in relationships. The same protection as per the petitioners must be accorded to same-sex relationships. It is urged by the Learned Counsel for the petitioners that individuals belonging to the LGBT group suffer discrimination and abuse throughout their lives due to the existence of Section 377 IPC, which is nothing but a manifestation of a mindset of societal values prevalent during the Victorian era, where sexual activities were considered mainly for procreation. The said community remains in a constant state of fear, which is not conducive for their growth. It is contended that they suffer at the hands of law and are also deprived of the citizenry rights which are protected under the Constitution. The law should have treated them as natural victims and sensitized the society towards their plight and laid stress on such victimization. However, the reverse is being done, due to which a sense of estrangement and alienation has developed and continues to prevail amongst the members belonging to the LGBT group. Compulsory alienation due to stigma and threat is contrary to the fundamental principle of liberty. The petitioners have referred to the decision of this court in Nalsa case, wherein transgenders have been recognized as a third gender apart from male and female and have been given certain rights. Yet, consensual activities amongst transgenders would continue to constitute an offense. Madam Chairperson, as I have just said, the Planning Commission gathers information and chalks out the program on that basis. It allocates funds to the state governments according to the program by taking into account the funds available with the state government and the center. So far as the question of the stop over.